Hello everybody, happy Friday, welcome to England. Please forgive my vitamin C tablet that I'm eating.
Welcome to another episode of Toby's Stupid Vlog.
So I've been home less than 9 hours, so it's time to go to work. But it's Friday, which is unusual for the start of a vlog, but I'm not going to have a one-day vlog. So it's not too bad. A day at work and then it's the weekend. And then I get to recover, come to terms with the fact I'm not going on holiday again until December, and hopefully enjoy the sunshine and whatnot. So I may well have mentioned this before, such is the nature of having vlogged for so long. When you come back from somewhere really green, in the middle of nowhere and what have you, your senses are all quite heightened, which is quite difficult in a city. But when I used to come back to Bristol or anywhere else I've lived, it was always quite a difficult readjustment, whereas Kew is actually not too tough. Suburbia meets countryside. It's ever so green, there's just less mountains, but other than that small problem, it's pretty good. It's a pretty nice day. So I've wandered into the very northern end of Regent's Park to go for a little walk at lunchtime because, you know, I'm missing the green. That's the problem when you come back from Switzerland, is you just expect everything to be trees and mountains. And I can't do mountains, but I can do trees, so this is helping. Less cars, more grass. Despite having been away for 10 days and sort of been out of the news cycle for 2 weeks, I feel like I've missed literally nothing. The Labour Party is still a complete mess, and UKIP is still a complete joke. Can't even elect a new leader because the previous one had such an enormous ego that he removed all possible competition from the party. And as I'd always suspected, UKIP is not a political party, it's just a vehicle for one crazy man's ego. And nothing else has really changed, which is good, thank God, because it was a bit messy up to that point. 2 weeks of stability. You might see it as 2 weeks of inaction, that's also a valid point. Hopefully nothing. There'll be a little less disruption, let's say, for the remainder of the summer. I'd very much like to just, you know, get on with my life and not have to block all the news sites off my browser. If you're watching this but haven't seen either of the Swiss vlogs, first thing, there's 2 of them, and secondly, it's very, very relaxing to watch. It's much more scenery and peace and quiet and much less me ranting about something or other. So use it as a relaxation in your lunch break. So in other more exciting news, tomorrow is the 6th of August, which isn't particularly significant, except it is the 10th anniversary of a particular video being uploaded to YouTube, and that video being the Leroy Jenkins video, where a group of people playing World of Warcraft are trying to plan something, and one crazy stoned bloke decides to run into the group and fight all the monsters on his own and get everyone killed, and everyone gets very annoyed. It's particularly amusing. If you've never seen it, just go to YouTube and type Leroy Jenkins and you'll see it, and you and the other 46 million people have watched it, and hence I'm wearing my Leroy Jenkins t-shirt that I bought before I went to Switzerland. It's amazing, and it is the first meme-based t-shirt I own as far as I'm aware. Happy Saturday. What a lovely day it is. The sun is out, they're cycling on the television. It's like it was 3 weeks ago. It's the Olympic road race today, a bit more unpredictable than the Tour de France. Smaller teams and sort of, well, a lot of the riders are not necessarily at their peak because they peak for the tours and the grand tours and what have you, but anyway, it's fun to watch. But I've no food in the house, so that's what's happening now. Morning. Our tour of Aldi's of Western Europe continues. Today, New Malden. It is dear chaos in Richmond Park. There's rather a lot there, and this dude's already crossed and he's now sticking his bum into the road, unhelpfully. Happy Monday. I'm busy making myself a pizza. I say busy, the dough is busy rising. I'm just going to buy the things to put on it. today is the first real day of holiday blues, where you realise you're not going on holiday for a while, so I'm coming to terms with that. But pizza is an excellent cure for those kind of things. I have a few videos to finish off today, holiday vlogs plus the video for Tom and Adam that I didn't get to finish because I was on holiday. So there's plenty of things to do today and tomorrow before I go back up to Camden on Wednesday. So I'm going to make the most of having a bit of time at home to sort things out, and then hopefully go for a bit of a walk as well. Tell me this isn't a complete masterpiece of vegetarian pizza making. Ta-da! Finally honed by myself. This is artichokes, stuffed olives and mushrooms, and it's going to be amazing. Isn't it a beautiful day? Look at that. Stunning. It's going to cloud over later, so I'm off to carpe the DM as much as I possibly can. Yesterday was admin fun, tax returns and grounds maintenance nonsense and OHP housing things. So today it's going to be more creative and more enjoyable. So I don't know if, like me, there's a few times in the year where you struggle a bit because, you know, you just wish it was nicer. January and February being a good example, where it's cold and it's dark, and this country is a terrible place to be at that point. But also, strangely, the bit I've always struggled with somewhat is the end of August, which sounds strange. It's a hangover from being at school and university and whatnot, I'm sure, of the sort of back to school syndrome. But it's actually, it's more to do with holiday blues. So when you come back from like some holiday and you realise that's it for a while, you're not going on holiday for a while, that's quite hard to deal with. It's for me at least. And you just have to make the most of it, because when it's like it is today, look at them and look at the flowers, look at the weather. Like, you really cannot sit at home and mope and complain about it. The only way to deal with holiday blues is to realise that you actually live somewhere fantastic, and it's like being on holiday if you just sort of organise your life properly. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to enjoy it. The greatest path in the world, maybe the Thames path. So I'm going to do a little loop. I'm going to go round to Kew and come back to the gardens, make the most of the sun whilst it's out, and just get used to being back in the UK really. We're not going on holiday again until we're going away to Berlin, same time we did last year, as a sort of anniversary celebration, which is, you know, 5 months from now. And those of you who get one holiday a year are probably thinking, boo-hoo, poor you. What it comes down to is, you know, whatever's normal for you is what you get used to, and if you change that pattern, it's annoying, if I'm honest. It's not the greatest problem in the world, granted, but you know, it is annoying. Last year we went away a couple of times, and then we made up for it by having a couple of really nice staycations in the UK. One at the Vineyard in Gloucestershire, and the other one obviously our family holiday in the Lake District. This year obviously we've had 2 holidays already, and they've both been pretty good, to be honest, and it's our own fault for front loading everything, really, so we're just going to have to come to terms with that, or a lottery win that results in not working. I mean, that's the other option, so whatever works. So a few years ago, when I was a few years younger, let's say, this is the time of year that you would occupy every evening by going out, having a drink or two, meeting up with mates and whatnot. And you can argue that the reason you don't do that so much in your 30s is because you're getting old. The reality is you're probably more financially conscious. I think that's probably more the issue. That's not to say I wouldn't suffer if I tried to do that now. I would, I definitely would, but I don't think I'd regret it. What I would regret is the amount of money I'd spent at the end of a week. I'd be thinking, but you see, that's like, I don't know, it's a new washing machine, or that's a bit towards a holiday, or, you know, I wouldn't be thinking, yeah, bring it on, let's do it again. Also, if my washing machine is watching this, I have no intent to replace you, I promise. You're good for as long as you like, so don't give up on me now. Technology has a way of knowing when you're thinking about replacing it and then breaking in advance, so you've got to try and keep it happy. Yeah, no, it's fine, yeah, it's all good, yeah. It's a good washing machine. It's so relaxing being back in here. It's just like therapy. You just come into the gardens and it's like, oh, that feels better. Oh, you can see Hive popping up amongst the trees. Check out the Broadwalk boulders. I was so sceptical about these when they announced they were changing them, but they are amazing. They are really, really impressive. It's worth coming to Kew just to see them almost. So I'm just speaking to Vino on the WhatsApp because we agreed that at some point when I was back we're going to come and see Hive, because I don't think she's been to Kew for a very long time. Certainly hasn't seen Hive. And then she's going to come round to dinner with me and Crystal, but we haven't picked a date yet, so hopefully we will. The only reason I bring it up is we were talking about holidays and whatnot, and it reminded me of a quote, a useful piece of information that Vino gave to me just before I left Global, which I'm now going to pass on to you. And here it is. The thing about money is sometimes you have it and sometimes you don't. The reason I like that statement so much is A, it's blindingly obvious, but B, it presents a view in my mind that means that you just don't care that much. It's just something that happens and you shouldn't be so bothered about it. So I think that's great, and that's the philosophy by which I live my life. Sometimes I have money, sometimes I don't. It's getting that late summer, nearly autumn vibe where the long grasses have been cut and it looks kind of like a field post-harvest. Just a general sort of brownness. The sun's still out and the trees are still green, but the grass is suffering. It's a lovely day up in Camden, but I can't hang around and chat to you because I have a vlog to edit. In fact, I've got 2 old vlogs from Switzerland to edit and put up. But this evening we're going out for Sasha and Cally's birthday, so I'll be going straight from here to Collier's Wood. I say straight, I was spending 55 minutes on the Northern Line, straight there. And then tomorrow, I think I'm working late here, but we don't really know yet because the Ramblers haven't informed us what's going on. And there is one more bit of exciting news, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, so there you go.
Taya, say hello to Toby.
Hi.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Good evening. I can say that because it's gone 6 o'clock and I haven't had a particularly productive day, if I'm honest. Thought I was going to be doing football ramble, but we're rambleless, so I've been at home going through photos and videos from Switzerland, which is a massive job because I overshoot always. I think I've done the photos, haven't got anywhere near where I wanted to get with the video. I wanted to have both vlogs up by the end of tomorrow. It's not looking likely, but I will endeavour to get them up as soon as possible anyway. I never know why I tell you all this, because as I upload everything chronologically, when you're seeing this, they've already gone up, so hooray, I am a success. Anyway, I'm going for a little walk because my dough is proving. I'm making myself a pizza this evening because Crystal was out for dinner, and I've still got pizza things left over from Veggie Day, so that's what's happening right now. So I figured I'd make the most of it because I hadn't been out today, and this was the moment to go out and seize the evening or something like that. Oh, also I should buy beer. Good thought, me. It's a nice view, isn't it? It's very peaceful in the evening. I'm just contemplating what I need to put in a suitcase. A suitcase, I hear you ask? You're not going anywhere. Or am I? At the archives. the lake. Looks sort of the same colour as the Olympic diving pool. I can only apologise because by the time you hear that comment it will be so out of date. You'll be like, oh, the Olympics, yeah, I remember that. Do you remember that time the pool changed a funny colour? Anyway, to me it happened literally yesterday. So sorry for uploading the vlog so late, and sorry for the reference to the past. Just walking back along the canal. I've decided that I've got a new definition for being old. And that is the day I can walk down Camden Lock and nobody tries to sell me weed. I'm no longer young and cool. So at the moment I'm doing alright. So it's Friday evening and I'm back nice and early. It's about 5:30, which is lucky because on Wednesday night we decided something rather spontaneous. We saw a tweet, we saw an offer and we went for it. And the next thing you'll see is the result of that. Just had dinner here in the service station. Clue number 1. If you know which service station this is, then you're very good at service stations. If you guessed that we were going to the vineyard, then you were right. If, however, you didn't, then I wouldn't blame you because we only decided on Wednesday to come because we saw an offer. So here we are in our room for the evening. We're staying not in the lodges but in one of the little rooms at the top. I can't show you the view because it's obviously dark. But it's very nice. So we'll start all this again tomorrow. Properly in the next vlog. Good night.